Hello everyone, this is Jason McDonald. I'm at East Ridge Country Club. It's October the 13th, so we're only 4 or 5 days away from our preview weekend where all you guys and gals get to come out and take a look at your brand new golf course. So I'm staying on the 10th tee here. Kind of behind me you can see 4. We're here because this is probably the largest disturbance area we have on the golf course still right now. This was the project that we called the curveball earlier, several previews ago, that had a large drainage pipe through here that was compromised. So they're working diligently to try to get this thing wrapped up. There was a lot of unknown things as we dug this up, lots of other pipes and other things that weren't tied into this pipe, which caused failure. So we had to really tile that stuff in. It took a lot longer than we wanted. There's also, because of all that water being dumped in those areas, they just didn't have a bottom. So they had to bring in extra rock and material to get those things firmed up. So they're working on that, and the schedule is that they'll have it tied in on one, and we'll be sodding out this week. Now this will be an area that will be freshly sodded, and we hope to get it completely done before preview weekend, but it's not going to be one where it's in play for a lot of y'all. So we'll get that completed as best we can. There may be touch up in this area that is done after the preview weekend. This is one of these areas that we'll have to address again a little bit more in detail after the weekend. Other areas you'll see on the golf course is a lot of fresh sod, so just kind of giving you a heads up on that. We're laying sod all the way up to tomorrow before this preview weekend, really even all the way up to Thursday. So there's be a lot of fresh sod up there. Because of that, these areas are getting watered this week. We will not be able to allow everybody to drive off the paths everywhere, because there would be a large amount of damage in these areas. These areas are wet, soft, they've just been prepped, sod's just been laid. So if we allow 600 cart tires times 4 go everywhere, we would spend the next 3 weeks just replacing sod in those areas. So you'll see a lot of those areas as you play, but they will be, we did this late in the year because our schedule got pushed back so far. So a lot of these areas will, as long as the weather stays like it is now, a little warmer than normal, they will hill in some between now and we get our first several frosts. So, but there may be some seaming and scarring that lasts until the spring of next year. So just be aware of that in some of these areas. Other areas that were fixed late in the game, you'll notice an area on number 2 green that we had an area that wasn't performing like it should on the green. We brought it to the contractor's attention. They fixed it, repaired it, got it, but it's late in the season, so you'll see a scar there. Pins won't be near it, and we hope to get it completely recovered before we get into the winter as well. As you drive or play the golf course, you'll notice the areas that will be done after the preview weekend. So there'll be a lot of things you see as you go around, like our cleanup yard will be seeded and grassed. It will not be that weekend because as we speak, they're actively cleaning that up. So you'll notice those items. So a lot of those are punch list items that's why we need the several weeks after to take care, for the contractors to take care of all of those punch list items. So other than that, I think that's pretty much all the updates for this week. We'll catch y'all probably right after preview weekend, and hope y'all enjoy the course. Thanks.